Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat 1 video, with us all still simmering down from all of the news and trailers that did come out from San Diego Comic-Con. I still can't believe they added Omni-Man! One thing that I am still yet to touch on was the exclusive footage shown of the game's story mode, as it featured some new characters, and most importantly, very interesting plot details that help us paint an idea and picture of what is going on here in this new era. But before we do begin, I do want to point out, mild spoilers ahead, as this does feature a chapter from the game itself that hasn't officially been revealed to the rest of the public, having only been featured for those that did attend San Diego Comic-Con itself. So if you want to go into the story mode relatively blind, consider this your spoiler warning now. Also, if you are interested in watching said clip in its entirety, I will be linking it down in the description below, so you can check it out yourselves. Now, there are two clips that were revealed at the event, one comprised of the Lin Kuei, and another surrounding Outworld and featuring a handful of characters, with some very interesting plot details floating around. So we are going to start with this clip first, and break down what is exactly happening with this new, reimagined Edenia Outworld. The clip itself opens up with Lin Kuei and Liu Kang in a carriage, being escorted by her soon-to police force, where to, however, is yet to be disclosed. But if I am to piece the puzzle together from the Ungadi trailer, I believe that this is not long after Liu has reached out to Lin Kuei in order to recruit allies for his crusade, much like he did with Lao in the gameplay reveal trailer. As for who this is all against, well, I do believe that is revealed here a little bit later on. Now, from the dialogue exchange between Lin Kuei and Liu Kang, it more or less does indeed confirm that Shao exists in this timeline, but now under the title of General opposed to that of Khan, probably meaning that the title is yet to exist in this timeline, in turn meaning that the Outworld Edenian War never came to be. But I do think we are going to see it all in its own unique way here. Narratively, from what I'm understanding in these trailers, is that there are two factions which Outworld is torn between. Its royal line, with Empress Sindel as its leader, and its militant faction, led by General Shao. And from what I'm gathering, is that he's looking to overthrow the Empress. Out of jealousy or wealth? That is yet to be disclosed. But seeing as Melina or Kitana will be the ones to inherit the throne, Shao may be looking to insert himself here to prevent that from ever coming to be. And clearly, this is actually a plan that has been going on for quite a long time now, far before Liu Kang arrived. If I was to pinpoint it, I really believe that the first step was Emperor Jared's assassination and forcing Lin Kuei to leave her role as Ungadi leader, relinquished to that of Tanya. But I do believe that this is all part of Shao's plan. But how exactly is this plan looking? Well, allow me to take you through what we know and piece the fragments together. Well, one thing is abundantly clear, and that is that Shao wishes to crumble the Edenian royal line, with the motions of this plan already in swing. And I believe that it is heavily focused around Melina, having her be the one to kill her own line. But how is that so? Well, I believe that this is coming from her being poisoned by the Tarkat disease, something that, in the words of Baraka,
it disfigures, then debilitates. In time, it will turn us all into bloodthirsty monsters.
So I believe that Melina will suffer the same fate. But who will be the one to poison her here? Who could be the traitor amongst the high table? Well, that's where Rain comes into play. Being in a high position amongst the table, we know that from his original bio, but would be later altered. But he does indeed have ties to Shao Kahn, because if you think about it, it makes so much sense here. We already know that from an intro between Kenshi and Kitana, that a traitor does exist amongst the High Court.
I misjudged you and your comrades.
Didn't help you had a snake hissing in your ear.
And with Tanya in more of a romantic role with Melina, then the traitorous role she played in the original canon could be passed on to Rain here, because it's very clear that he's been hiding a secret during the Lin Kuei trailer, which looks to be in a secure facility, something I will touch on later. And when we see him during the Umgadi trailer, he is sitting right next to Melina, the perfect position to slip the blood of a Tarkat into her drink. Along with this, we know that Shao's forces are taking those inflicted with Tarkat and putting them in slums beneath their city, maybe even under order of Empress Sindel. But even so, we do see his soldiers extract blood from Baraka, the same tainted blood that I presume is being used to poison Melina. Now, going back on what I was talking about with Tanya replacing Li Mei, this may have been a purposely done ploy in order to remove her from her position, as it's very clear that she's a strong leader, so taking her out of this position could in turn weaken the guard. But Tanya isn't weak, right? Well, no, not at all actually. I do think that she is just as capable. But one thing that clearly obstructs her role is her undying romantic love for Melina. So I believe that Shao possibly may have learned of this from Rain and saw this as a way to slowly chip away at the Outworld's royal line, building a plan around her eventual fall to madness. Because if Melina is consumed by Tarkat, then do you really think Tanya would be physically capable to turn against her, let alone tell the Umgadi to kill their princess? I don't think so. This then takes me on to who has planted this idea in Shao, who is driving him down this pathway. Well, from this bit of exposition here, I think we get a reveal of the true mastermind behind his influence.
It is the fruit of a poisonous seed planted by Shang Tsung. He played to the general's vanity, inflamed his prejudices to convince him that he alone could save our world.
So yes, it does look like the treacherous Shang Tsung has once again returned in this new era. But how is this possible? What is going on here? Unfortunately, due to how scarce the details are, it's very difficult to say. But I do have two possibilities in mind for how he flips back into the fold here. One is that, much like Shao, the Shang we see here is a reimagined version of what was previously established. But with how things are unfolding, it looks like the sorcerer is falling back into his old ways. The second option, and one I'm kind of hoping is the direction they go, is that this Shang is actually the one victorious from his own ending in Aftermath. But would this be possible? Well, yeah. Mortal Kombat 11 kind of solidified the concept of the multiverse and how multiple tangents of the same thread could exist. The bigger question here is, why would Shang Tsung be here? Well, I don't really have much of an answer, outside of him just being extremely petty, not wanting Liu Kang to win in this or any other timeline. Plus, it also does kind of align with Liu Kang's bio, where he's mentioned erasing older threats. Back to the clip itself, when Li Mei peeks outside the carriage, we are more or less greeted with the reveal of Reiko and Motaro, both aligned with Shao Kahn and seeking to invoke their rule across Outworld, and they will do so with force. With Li Mei's constables taking the full brunt of the attack before they are confronted by the two, and it's here which the clip then ends. But this clip alone sets up a lot of what we kind of need to know about what's happening in Outworld. So this clip does indeed confirm that the armor the soldiers wear is in fact a uniform that symbolizes their allegiance to Shao and his new vision of Outworld. This in turn also confirms that not only does he have Reiko and Motaro under his thumb, but also Goro. And if I was to guess, with Goro and Mutaro aligned with him, this could imply that Shao has made an allegiance with the Shogun and Centaur Empire. So with everything discussed and covered here, I think that this is all leading up to us experiencing the Outworld Edenian War in real time. As for how this could unfold, that's kind of anyone's guess. But it can't be denied just how intriguing the premise of this story is. Now moving on to our next clip here, it is very Lin Kuei centric, focused around Grandmaster Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Smoke. Here we meet them just before they invade an unknown temple that is guarded by Shao's army. As for who they are facing, that's most certainly up in the air, but Sub-Zero does deem who they are tracking to be a worthy foe. So this could maybe be Shao Kahn's stronghold, as when we tap back into that trailer, I'm almost certain that it is his voice expecting them here.
The Lin Kuei, we have been expecting you.
The featured clip here makes one thing incredibly clear, that Bi-Han has no care for his clan's previous ambitions, seeking to cast away their role as protectors for that of leaders, seeking glory, fame, and recognition for their power. And he even coldly shuns their father's legacy.
Victory will bring us glory. Glory? We fought for duty. Does our father's ghost possess you? All I hear is his voice. We must honor his vision, Bi-Han. Vision is what he lacked.
So whilst this doesn't really add anything new to the conversation, it does show the distinct difference in values between the three brothers. Now, the clip does close out with an unforeseen battle cry that is heard off screen. And of course, we don't see who this scream comes from. But if I am to guess, with the angle Smoke is looking up at, I do believe this to be Nitara, as Ed has made it pretty damn clear that more 3D characters would be revealed, and not many characters in the Mortal Kombat universe actually have the ability to fly. So I'd say that Nitara's a pretty solid guess here. Now, under the assumption that this is indeed Nitara, then it makes things even more interesting on the Outworld warfront, as the vampires could possibly be aligned with the general. So narratively, things look to be very promising and super intriguing with what details have come out from San Diego Comic-Con. I hope this has given you all a better idea of what is happening with Mortal Kombat 1's main narrative, as there's just so many different working pieces on this chessboard right now. Plus, with the possibility of there being 3 main villains in this game, in the form of Shao, Shang, and Onaga, we really could have something very special on our hands narratively. Alas, we must wait and see. But with that said, was there anything from the San Diego Comic-Con preview that I didn't mention here? Please do comments down below, because like I said, there's a lot going on, and I guarantee you, I probably missed something here. So if I have, please do let me know down below. So as always everyone, stay strong, stay well, and keep on fighting. Take care everyone, I'll catch you soon.